EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Oates and Joshua Carty will get it underway. Off we go on Sunday Night Football.
The career is more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run with the second-round pick in the April draft. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Hit. Cougar 19.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
60 Bobcats. Here we go. Here we go. Packer 60.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down. The Colts about to kick this one away. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. Stroud begins with a pass. Flush to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
First carry of the game now, and here's Breece Hall. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first time out here. Talk things over before 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get him the ball back.
And he couldn't get anyone to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man. That's Alec Pierce. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 38 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Ready?
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk. Ready?
Now a handoff, running right. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. 18 Cardinal. 8 Cardinal 18. Go.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's in. What a drive. Touchdown, Colts. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. On 1st down, it's Stroud. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. He'll let one go down the middle. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there is probably the best possible outcome.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now. He's on for the 2nd time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. Get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now, faking the give. Now a shot here, deep middle. He's got it. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big gainer for Indianapolis. That goes for 58.
No!
Up the middle they go. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. of the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike. And not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Texans 1st down. Stroud to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught, and it'll be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Give up the middle with Hall. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. They get 15 on that game. 1st down for Houston.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
The Colts 30-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
On play action. Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And the Colts are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Warriors 70. Mustang 19. Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
So every team practices this on both sides of the ball. They call it sudden change. So in this case, the offense takes the field quickly following the defensive takeaway, and now you want to get off to a fast start, generate a quick play, and spark your possession, and it's exactly what they're able to do here, picking up that first down.
First down throw there is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here we go.
That one is complete. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Bronco 80. County Lions. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60.
He'll look to throw. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here's their punter now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The drive begins with a run, and it's home. Not much happening there, just a short game.
He's brought down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is caught. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Houston. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Texans 7.
Here's Carty now. We're kicking away following the touchdown. Safe kick taken at the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Hold it ready. Ready.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Kamari and Lassiter there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8.
Ready? 70 Rangers. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Warriors. Mustang 19.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one.
That's another.
A big gainer for Indianapolis. 36 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw again. Go right back to Musgrave. He's got it again. And he into the end zone. What a response. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and it's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now, Stroud. He's got the hook up downfield with McConkey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
Houston.
On the quick, right?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Stroud. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Throwing is Stroud. He'll air it out down the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Texans. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this game.
The extra point from Hardy is good. And the Texans draw closer here. It's 21-14. Here's Hardy now. Will kick it away following the touchdown. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready? Dragon 60, Panther 60, Panther ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Looking downfield, that's Musgrave, the tight end. Fighting for the goal line, he lost the football, it's out. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break too. The ball going out of bounds so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid. And he is out of bounds at the 45. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Tony.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. He'll swing this one out to Hall. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
And the Texans, 1st down.
Here's Stroud. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's number 40 on the season for them.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Right side, hauled in by McConkey. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Ready? 118, 19 Texans. Hey, Mars.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
There's a room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10.
Under. 18. Set. Buggy. Why, Tony.
Stroud to throw. Long, incomplete. Coverage, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal.
A 29-yard attempt.
That one is good. And the Texans will cut the lead down to 4.
Texans 17.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well. So they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
First and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down at the 30. A big one there to start the second half. 41 yards. To throw is Stroud. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
We talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Over. 18.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Left side, catch made by McConkey. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catch.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Glad McConkey the one he was looking for. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Now return coming from the 7th. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
Okay, great. Go! Trap 60, trap 60. Cougar 19.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one complete to Pierce. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 14 on that play. 1 first down.
And at the 47-yard line.
Get it. Ready.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
19 tight, 19, 70 Lions, 79 Broncos, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Let go.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. And the Texans are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
All right. 18. Stop. Hey.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. Here's Stroud. This one finds McConkey. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. This one out quickly to Knowles. And he won't get away. Good opening tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So the field goal here gets you the late lead. You got to think you want 6 when you have it 1st down and goal. They'll run. It's Hall. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Houston. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
19 Texans. Look the hot.
Stroud. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The return starts from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10. And they're on the 29-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
First and 10.
19 tight. 19. Ready.
They'll look to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will score. Touchdown, Colts. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? You're an extra point away from tying this thing up, but we got ourselves a ball.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. They will run it over center with Hall. They'll mark them down just shy of the 40.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
Alert the hot.
Stroud going to set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. He's into the clear again. And he will score again. Touchdown, Texans. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Texans will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
Dragon 6. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the big.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Quick throw here is complete. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Back to the air one more time. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. Third down coming up.
Cut 19! Cut 19! Pat to 60! Pat to 60! Ready?
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think like they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Or Tony.
It's first down, and it's Hall. He steers clear of the first tackler, working his way forward for a gain of about 4. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
All right. 18. What's that? Oh, ball. Hey, Uno Mars.
He'll go again with Hall. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw, and the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come. It's 4th down looming.
In punt formation for the Texans.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there.
46-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down.
18, 5 in. Ready, track him, 60. Ready.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. He'll take a shot downfield from Musgrave. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. Now, 1st and goal.
Ready.
They'll go with the sneak, and it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
And now the decision is go for two. That's a gutsy call, and really, in effect, it's ball game right here.
70.
The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout, and they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth as the kickoff comes. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, Tony. Oh, 19 Texans.
To throw is Stroud. He's got the hook up downfield with McConkey. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
South. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, look at hot.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. And they'll stop it. 17 seconds to go in the game.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
On 2nd down, Stroud. He'll let one go down the middle. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Carney now to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Texans will go up by 7. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st down.
Hey, kid. Hey. Come back, 70 Lions. Mustang 19. Go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
try again. It's 2nd and 10.
19, here we go, here we go. Like 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Now he'll air one out. That's caught. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. The comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put one more in the win column with yet another solid performance here. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Indianapolis.